Thanks for having us. Thanks for inviting me. So I'm going to read a segment of a short story called The Woods. And it's just about the woods and other things. In the forest, where electricity is not bought or sold, I visit these sacred grounds during the best days in October, which on average turns out to be 10 to 20 gems of atmosphere and light, available as an underpainting to lay one's subject matter over. More pointedly, I walk the trails in the park, inhaling the season and mainlining the color, once the air is shifted and the earth's axis as well. When the maples heat up to that glowing pitch, they had me name this part of the park the Yellow Gallery. No better place to get your yellow. It's actually a whole year's worth if you take enough home with you. And I do. The Yellow Gallery is many maples screaming yellow and butts the southeast corner of the park where my motorcycle ride in the dream started. I continue walking now up the rim of a cliff that tops off with a view to the east, over the tallest trees, and how the land must have looked before it was carved up to our liking. Nothing but wilderness to invite the imagination or give the mind a rest. And also, cataloged somewhere in the underbrush, everything we manufactured that we needed to survive and wanted to make our lives better, that filled up the factories and came pouring out of them. It's almost shocking seeing no evidence of it and then decide it is a therapeutic shock that I arranged in my best interest. There it is, rolling forest. No sponsorship evident except that of the creator. So many telephone poles and railroad ties unharvested. Thick chaos and impassibility. We can't just live in the woods and sleep on the dirt. Seems like a likely response to something you're victimized by as often as not back in the day. But I'm here to ignore our evolution and pretend the woods and this cliff are all I have for 10 minutes. Stopping at the high point, where civilization is hidden below the treetops, and monitoring the light that plays with the line they draw at the bottom of the sky. A blank canvas. The feeling that everything is again possible and in fact needs to be created, but not so blank. A well-rendered landscape to paint our subject matter into. I ditch those thoughts and report back to the naked earth. I look hard and respectfully to the east. I came here for a dose of naked earth. While she is aroused, her hills and valleys and trails over and through them, ablaze in color. The scent of everything growing out of the ground right here, carried on the wind over my face and up my nose. Wondering where I'd make my home while pretending I don't have one. Looking through the trees in every direction as far as possible. Trying on some earlier incarnation that would build his own log cabin, or reaching back to the spirit who wouldn't know what to do with one. The woods. Focus on this. It's beautiful this afternoon. I start down the trail and it bends into the sun, backlighting the canopy of yellow overhead. This is one of the best days the year has given us, and I get excited thinking, hey, really take this in. The sun shines, the yellow sings, the leaves are pulled by the breeze, and the ceiling sways. Hey, this is really exciting. Then I think, hey, relax, and it's still just as good. It's going away. Might not even be as good tomorrow. Won't look the same here in 2 hours. You're grasping, relax, enjoy. There's no other way to do it. Just be here. Okay. We're only passing through. This is what the spirit knows. This is what the head flunks. This is what the leaves in the trees are giggling as they shake in the branches and fall down. I'm not even groovy enough to be here, outdanced by nature and her insistent moves. The universe is my hometown, but I'm still only getting the hang of this after all this time. To stop and feel the heavens spinning, or stand still, realizing it only feels still. I passed the sign that says the trails close at dusk, but that's not true either, as I haven't seen them do it yet, even at 2, 3, and 4 a.m., when I'm listening to everything that moves in the night. In the park. They can't actually close the trails. They would just rather you were not there in the middle of the night, carrying on like you live there. Wiping your member on the ground cover, or feeding gas to the generator that powers the stereo, or amplifying the sleeping bag with your lover screaming some frenzied anthem. What if everybody did that? The park ranger appears out of nowhere. Then everybody would be fucking in the woods when They have paid mortgages to do so somewhere else. I answer coolly. It's definitely adding to the noise. He looks around in the dark, like there's anything to see. But I know he's giving me 3 seconds to let how wrong I am really sink in. Do you own your own home, Tarzan? Very pleased with himself. I rant. I thought so, he says. I don't even know which part of me that's supposed to hurt, so I let it go. We gather our stuff. I guess you can't just go back to the woods to live. No one is doing that yet. It attracts attention. Thanks.